What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
So what's up? What's up? What's up, fan base family? If you new, welcome. If you returning, if you new, welcome. If you returning, welcome. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, fan base fam? What's up, YouTube family? What's up? 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 Oh my goodness. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube family? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Welcome to another Friday evening hangout and chat. See, this week was about mental health. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hit that like, that subscribe, that thumbs up button. Thanks for joining me for another Friday evening hangout and chat. I have a special one for you this evening. This evening, we will be going over to Fanbase and we will be listening to the audio room. Okay, we will be definitely listening to the audio room over here on Fanbase. I'm getting ready to share my screen. I usually have an introduction, but this week's lesson is fan, Mental health is wealth. Okay, mental health is definitely wealth. Okay, mental health is wealth. Fanbase has been hosting audio rooms all this week. So if you've been with me for a minute, I go over mental health. We're not having this. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Testing, testing, testing. We not gonna use this. We not gonna use this browser anymore because this browser is just is too much. You know what I'm saying? It is too much. It is too much. It is too much. Okay. It is too much. It is too much, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. It's yeah, we won't be using this browser. We won't be using this one. We will be going back to using StreamYard. Cause like I said, I was had a show set up for I had a whole show set up, you know what I'm saying, for, a whole presentation. But the universe was like, just chill, just chill. It's mental health. Like it's mental health awareness month. And just really focus. You know what I'm saying? Just focus. We will not be using this browser for real, for real. Like that we will not be doing. Okay. So um yeah, after this show we'll be going over to Fanbase and we'll be having game night. Um like I said, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stickler for time. I'm a stickler for being on top of my business. For those who do know, you know what I'm saying? For those who do know, I'm definitely about my business. And one of the things I do not play about is time. You know what I'm saying? Time. You know what I'm saying? I do not play about that. And see, what I'm finding out is, you just got to go with the flow of the universe. And, this probably all the universe wanted me to do today. You know what I'm saying? This all the universe wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? Do this topic and be on about it because I'm a stickler. I had a whole presentation going. I had the whole nine going, and and you know what I'm saying? And it's just you know what I'm saying? Like this week, when I tell you, y'all don't give up. When I tell y'all keep pushing. When I tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, be on top of your business. When I tell y'all, God loves you. When I tell y'all that everything is everything. When I tell y'all it's positive vibes, positive energy. When I tell y'all that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this presentation I was only supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We're definitely gonna get there. Cause like I said, we I'm not Man, when I say mental health is wealth, y'all, I'm not kidding, man. I'm like, just, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. We still winning, we still on top. Whether you on time, whether you're late or you on time, or you on time, or you on where you're late, you still doing and you still being productive, and you still is on top of your game. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive. Stay stay positive, right? Stay focused, right? You know what I'm saying? Because each and every time something happens, you're it's more than an ocean. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm definitely like proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, I'm really, really proud, because, like, we was gonna go over the fan base. It seemed like everything want to just not load. Everything want to be everything. But this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Persistence. This is what I'm saying. Staying focused. This is what I'm saying about being who you are. Okay, this is definitely what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely what I'm saying when I say don't give up. When I say um be persistent. When I say, don't give up. This is what I'm saying right here. Because I had a whole man. What's going on? 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 What is going on? What is going on? Like, when I tell y'all, like, I'm just, man, man, man. We gonna keep going. 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 I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's the energy today, and it want me to give up. It want me to give up. It want me to give up, but we not giving up. It's the energy today, and it want me to give up. It want me to give up. It want me to give up, but we not giving up. You know what I'm saying? It want me to give up. You know what I'm saying? It want me to give up. We won't be using this application no more after today. Y'all ain't gotta worry about this. We won't be using this application no more today. Y'all ain't gotta worry about this. We won't be using this application no more today. Y'all ain't gotta worry about this. Cause I'm not for it. I'm not. We got to do better than this. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to show you that, like, when I say I go through stuff, y'all, I go through stuff, and I'm a very stickler about being on. I'm here every Friday, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. 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 My goodness gracious, man. I don't even know what to say no more, man. I had a whole presentation set up. I had everything set up, you know what I'm saying? I had a whole presentation, you know what I'm saying, set up. And that's what makes it me. 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 I can't do this. I can't. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
All right, I just tell you, Matthew. Cool beans, cool beans. Appreciate you. Perfect.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What's up, Queen Mo? So Matthew, we're gonna give it like 10 minutes. Let some people pile up in here, and then we'll get started. Okay? I'm gonna type a disclaimer in the chat. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hello, everybody, as well.
What's going on? We supposed to be going over the fan base and listening to this activity, but they ain't giving me technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put the room in a chat because this is way too like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to put the room in the chat. I had a whole show put together, man. This is I can't even think. I can't even think. I had a whole presentation put together, man. This not even me for real, like, man. This is not even me for real, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Matthew, we got about 20 people in here. We're going to get it started. So welcome everybody to Fanbase. Today's audio room. Thank you everybody for joining. We are currently on our, 5th day of the mental health awareness campaign here at Fanbase. It's been going great. We've had some amazing speakers this week. We've had some amazing audio rooms. Let me see some emojis in the audience. Let me see some emojis if you attended any of the audio rooms this week. You know, thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for attending. We're learning so much this week about mental health from so many different aspects, so many different industries. And today we have Canago here, and we have Mr. Matthew. I'll let him introduce himself to everybody. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Once again, just to reiterate what Andy said, I want to thank you all for joining. My name is Matthew Gaffney, and I am co-founder and head of marketing here at Canago, locally based in Atlanta, originally a native of Philadelphia, but have lived down here since 2016 when I came to Morehouse and loved it ever since. So really happy to be here with you all. Thank you so much. We are happy that you're here with us in this audio room today, this Good Friday, Memorial Weekend. You got any plans? Honestly, so both of my nephews, they just graduated. One of them just graduated high school. The other just graduated from middle school to high school. So we're having a cookout this weekend with some of the family. It's going to be pretty good. But other than that, man, probably just watch some more of the playoffs and some sports over the weekend. How about you? I have no plans. I'm probably going to be working on Fanbase stuff over the weekend. Honestly, you know. But yeah, so we're going to get into it. Mental health awareness, guys, here at Fanbase. We got the campaign going on, but before we dive deep into it, I do have to say this disclaimer, okay? So Fanbase's application is not intended to provide professional advice, including medical treatment, and any advice shared through the application is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and not as a substitute for professional advice. Fanbase disclaims all liability arising from the information provided through Fanbase's application. If you require professional advice, you should consult with a qualified specialist. All right, so now that we've got that out the way, we're going to have a great conversation with Matthew. And we're going to learn some new things, about Canago and about mental health. So,
birthed on our college campus and within the UC. Me and my other two co-founders had met at an internship interest meeting that was at our school's library at Woody. Truthfully, I went for some free pizza, and while there, we had a round robin where they asked everybody to just introduce themselves. We felt we had a very complementary skill set, so we kind of huddled up after the end of that event. And then later, a couple months down the line, we had just built the concept based off of what we did We saw what was happening out of California with their recreational market, and then even in our neighboring state in Florida, with their medicinal market, just how many people have benefited from it. So, at its most basic concept, and then you add everything like just from being on college campuses and going to parties and stuff. At its most basic concept, we knew we wanted to deliver the product, but we obviously wanted to do it in the most legal way. So we found the minor cannabinoid space to be a very good space to be able to do it. Essentially, that's everything that's covered under the Farm Bill passed in 2018. So we work with a bunch of local retailers all over North Georgia. And a lot of people see us as like a Grubhub, DoorDash, or Uber Eats for the product. And this gives us an ability to fill a void and fill a need that we currently see with just people all around the city. The quickest way you can get these products. Before our app, when it came to these retailers, was either driving and getting it in person or placing orders online, which can sometimes take multiple days. So there was no on-demand option. So we really wanted to just try to fill the void, create the accessibility that we felt was lacking in the space, and give people a cool experience while doing so, one that they're already used to from food delivery apps and everything like that.
That's awesome, man. I love it. So we all know that, people use different types of, THC and CBD products, for all different types of reasons, but we know people use it for their mental, right? For mental health. So can you tell us a little bit about some common mental health conditions that, CBD is used to treat?
Yeah. So a couple different things. Most commonly, like anxiety and depression. There's like Andy said, we don't claim to be like an authority in this space or anything, but one thing we do pride ourselves on is relaying a lot of commonly and just readily available information. So anxiety and depression are some that some people have been able to really find some use of it for. Obviously, everything is circumstantial. So like Andy said, we would obviously encourage you to talk to somebody if you feel it can be a good use for you. But anxiety and depression in some more severe cases, we've met people here in Atlanta who have children, say, for example, that suffer from some more severe ailments that have been able to find some use out of the product. Like we met this activist whose child, I believe, suffers from epilepsy. And he just gave us his testimony and what he's had to go through to just try to navigate in the whole legal landscape of cannabis here in Georgia, and how hard it can be to get products for his son. We've talked to some other people that have some more severe diseases or ailments like MS and some other things too as well. So we've heard a lot of different use cases from people, and then from things as severe as that to, like I said, anxiety, depression. Some people have been able to get use out of it for sleeping ailments and helping them get a more sound sleep. So like some people that may suffer with things like insomnia and some other things like that as well too. So it's a very diverse product. But yeah, those are just some of the most common use cases we get just in talking to our customers and talking to people just about the product around the city.
Okay, all right. Is there a difference between how do different cannabinoids, how do different cannabinoids like THC or CBD, do they affect mental health differently, or are they the same?
Yeah. So there's some differences in it. Like say for example, CBD and traditionally hemp is less psychoactive than traditional THC that you may get in a medicinal or recreational market may be. And because of just the slight different compounds, just because these products are made up of slightly different compounds, how they interact with our CB1 and CB2 receptors, which are the receptors in our brain, that this product typically binds to, that may give people some of this physical relief or some of these other things. It interacts slightly differently. So some of it is based in the psychoactive nature and the differences of those two products, but there's other underlying differences as well too that influence how the product may affect a given person.
That's what's up, man. So do you, when your customers do customers order only on the app? Is that the only place that they can order from?
Yes. So the app, our mobile app, which is on iOS, is the main place where a lot of people typically place orders. We've been obviously getting a lot of demand from Android and that whole operating system as well too. We've had some limitations just because the Android or Google Play Store, as some people know it, has different policies around hemp-based applications and their allowances compared to the App Store. So right now, when it comes to the mobile website where people can go, and there's a much more slimmed down version of the menu that we have there, but people are able to order products on our website as well too, and we're working a lot with our local retailers to get even a bigger selection on the website, one that mirrors everything that people are able to experience in the mobile app currently.
And speaking of your website, because one of my next questions was going to be, do customers, do they often ask you hey, maybe they might come to you hey, I'm dealing with depression, what do you prefer? What do you suggest that I purchase? Or someone says, hey, I have anxiety, so my question was going to be geared to is there some type of forum or, somewhere where customers can communicate with you and ask you questions like that? But while on the site, I went to your blog, and one of the first posts I see is how to enhance your meditation routine with cannabis and hemp. So that's perfect. Can you tell us a little bit about meditation and how meditation along with CBD affects the mental health?
Yes. So first off, I don't know how many people in the room currently meditate, but it's something that I start my days with. I do about 5 to 8 minutes of, and it helps level set for the day in a really, really, really good way.
That is what my morning wellness check room is about.
It is just I feel the focus is more so not trying to stop thoughts that pass through your mind as you're meditating, but more so just acknowledging them and then letting them pass. And that and just good breathing, I feel like it's just the basis of it. But some ways to answer your question more directly, some ways that you can possibly use hemp or CBD infused products for your meditation routine.
This
like,
live going on Fanbase, link in the bio. Audio wrong.
Prior to meditating, like say for example, maybe you consume in a light fashion, whether this is smoking itself or consuming, however you how like consuming via an edible, however you prefer it, or a beverage, tincture, whatever it may be. Maybe consuming some of these products about 15 to 30 minutes before your meditation, giving it enough time to settle in, depending on how your body is, and then roll into your meditation. It can just help you operate with a clearer mind. Like we talked about before, some of those things and the anxiety or depression. I feel like there's some unspoken anxiety that can like come with meditating for people that don't do it a lot. So it can help with things like that as well too. Another way is aromatherapy. You can to help with your aromatherapy to really try to create a really good atmosphere for where you'll be doing your meditation at. Another different consumption method outside of smoking and edibles that we talked about is like, say, for example, we have people that enjoy hemp-based teas and beverages prior to these meditations as well, too, to help give some of those same effects, calming, level set, and then help take you into that meditation in a really calming, stress-free mindset where you can just kind of get rid of some of the fluff and the stuff that can pop in your head when you're going to be meditating. Obviously, all of this stuff is I wouldn't recommend one more versus the other. Honestly, I would just say try to see what works for you, and how you can possibly and what works for you, and what can allow you to have the best experience possible is what I would go for too. So those are a couple of things off the top of my head that you can possibly use it for when it comes to meditation.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Let's talk about now, like, because I feel like, THC and CBD, they are somewhat natural and organic. And, people use CBD and THC daily, for mental health. We all know, some people that, they are just aggravated until they get their, whatever it is, until they smoke or now. There's some people.
This live going on Fanbase.
Same types of issues, anxiety, depression. There's people who deal with these things, with just, maybe smoking or maybe eating an edible. And there's others who maybe are prescribed to, pills. Can you tell us a little bit about the difference between taking, prescription, pills and, medicine like that from the pharmacy versus using, natural and organic, products, and, also maybe what some of that long-term use may do to one's mental.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, again, I feel like some of the main differences, like especially if we're talking about between hemp and prescription, like capsules and things like that. One of the main obvious differences, I guess I would say, is just the synthetic of this one versus the other. One of the best things about hemp and cannabis at large is it's a natural herb that grows from the ground. So I feel like it's a lot more holistic, and you see some of this even in how it can interact with your body. To give a personal testimony to it, I have a family member that got in a really bad car accident when I was younger. All 6 discs in her back are herniated, and she has like sciatica. She used to have to get pain tolerance injections in her back and then have a recovery period after that and stuff. But after about 3 or 4 years of doing that and minimal progress, just out of genuine curiosity and just care for this person, I suggested that they talk to their primary care provider about just seeing if cannabis could be a viable option for them in treating some of this pain, inflammation, and a lot of the nerve damage and stuff that they currently deal with. And they followed through with it. Went and talked to their doctor, and their doctor actually recommended that they get a medical card in the state that they were in. They got that medical card, and since then, about 8 or 9 months since they made that switch over, you see a lot of there's just a lot of notable differences. There's a lot more range of mobility. Obviously, there's no, say for example, there's no surgical component as far as having to get that injection and then the recovery time afterwards, and the effectiveness of it. And I feel like when you give your body a chance to interact with these natural products, especially over a prolonged period of time, I think you can just start to see more. Again, we're not licensed professionals, but just based off of what I've heard and speaking to people, and even some of my own personal testimony, you'll start to see some of these changes on a day-to-day basis. In addition to and there's a lot of side effects as well. I mean, there's side effects of say for example of the plant as well, and that's why we encourage people to obviously consume wisely. But there's a lot more severe side effects that are associated with some pharmaceutical products.
This is going on live on Fanbase, Friday evening hangout and chat.
Dealing with herbal-based products like cannabis and hemp, and all the minor cannabinoids. So those would be some of the main differences, I feel. And some of those synthetic products can have a negative effect on people's mental health long term, and just there's a pro and con to each side of things, right? But those are just some of the most obvious ones that we've seen and we've heard the most.
Even synthetic pills and capsules.
Exactly.
I have some family members as well, Black people in general, they have this history of high blood pressure, diabetes, and all these different things, and with just one person. So they may have 5 or 6 different pill bottles that they have to take. So just mentally, that's overwhelming for someone to have to remember to take all of these pills and not mix them up. And sometimes that's so overwhelming, people just say, you know what, I'm not going to take it. I'm not taking all this stuff, and it goes into denial and all of that. But I feel like if they were to treat themselves with, some type of CBD product or some type of herbal product, that, mentally I don't know the right word for it, but it seems like it's just, cooler. It's easier. People are more willing to do that. Maybe like a small tincture or something, just place a couple drops under their tongue in the morning, and they're good to go. Versus taking 2-3 different pills. So I think that that affects people mentally as well. But you kind of were leaning into one of my next questions. So I was going to ask, are there any negative effects of CBD use, or any? I won't go into too much into the THC, but the CBD.
Yeah. So like with everything, there's side effects, or there's things you should be aware of when consuming the product, right? Like some strains, and this is also why it's so important to understand the product you're consuming, as much information as you can get on it as possible. There's different terpene structures and things like that as well too that can kind of curtail how your experience may be. Like, say for example, some terpenes and some products may be more of an appetite stimulant than others. Say for example, some may be say for example, in its most common way, say for example, comparing an indica to a sativa versus a hybrid, and how all those can affect you, where one may, say for example, put you in more of a sleepy mood. Another one can allow you to still be active and as focused and accomplish and do all the things that you need to be able to do. And then even like on a more specific level, when you really start getting into the different cannabinoids, and I would encourage everybody to do their own individual research on this as well. You can start to see how different cannabinoids specifically interact with your endocannabinoid system, which is in your body, and then that is obviously going to determine what kind of effect you get. So, like, say for example, there's in its most basic way, like there's like, say for example, some things may be an appetite stimulant. Some may, say for example, be more, I don't want to say sedative, but like, say for example, put you to sleep easier than others. And there's so many different. The thing I love about the plant is it's so diverse. You can consume it and enjoy the product in so many different forms, like you kind of touched on, whether it's smoking, consuming an edible, drinking a beverage, using a tincture, using a topical cream, which people love as well too, and all these different forms, So, and then obviously oils as well too. So, we even have people like there's beauty care products that people order on our app. Like people order like hemp infused beauty masks, or it's so insane. We even have people ordering like dog treats on the app too. So
and just since you brought that up, just my girl has a dog, and our dog has separation anxiety. So when we first got her, we literally like left the house one day, and she literally like almost scratched her way through the door. Like we had to buy a whole new frame, and it was crazy. So we started giving her CBD treats, and now she's calm and she chills out. So that definitely played a big part.
It's funny you say that, because I grew up having a cat, and as a kid, I always used to think that like that catnip had a placebo effect on cats, kind of, like in a similar way to like to how like when I see people like give their dogs these treats, or different things like that. It's just kind of funny to see, 15 years later, like where we're at in the world now.
Yeah. But we are like halfway through our room, so I have to say this disclaimer again. Welcome everybody who's joining this week's audio room. Well, let me say today's audio room this week with Matthew of Canago. We've had an amazing discussion so far, but I do need to say this disclaimer. Fanbase's application is not intended to provide professional advice, including medical treatment, and any advice shared through the application is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and not as a substitute for professional advice. Fanbase disclaims all liability arising from the information provided through Fanbase's application. If you require professional advice, you should consult with a qualified specialist. So yes, guys, if you just joined the room, we are here with Matthew of Canago. He's given us all this dope information related to, his products and mental health and how it affects us. So I saw, before we get too far, I saw a few questions in the chat. Let me scroll up and read. Okay, we got Kyle in the room. We got one of our Fanbase employees in here. What's up? So Kyle asks, do you feel that the stigma behind cannabis discourages people from trying it? So Kyle asks, do you feel that the stigma behind cannabis discourages people?
To answer your question, yes, and I can even give you some experience. I mean, from just like a social standpoint, and then even there's a whole different experience that I can provide from a business side of things too. One of the great things, like we do a lot of stuff in the community. So like, I don't know how often you guys may frequent the adult line, but you may see some of our team members and our mascot out there. We've done things at Little 5 Points and festivals all throughout the year. So, but that's one of the things that, or one of the main reasons why we do things like that, is because we have to try to cut through the stigma. And we do that from a lot of different ways, right? One of the ways we really pride ourselves on doing it is, like I talked about earlier, relaying a lot of positive information to give people as much information as they can to make conscious decisions concerning their consumption. So we'll do that through our blog content that you'll see on our website. We also do a lot of stuff through social media as well, too, to really just try to destigmatize it and break through it. Literally our rally cry on our TikTok page is crack the stigma. We literally target it and make a lot of content that goes specifically right at some of the most common stigmas that are placed on people that consume cannabis or the plant itself, and try to do it in a lighthearted fashion that makes everybody smile. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. And even just in the field, talking to people, a lot of times they have just genuine, like, general questions and concerns. A lot of times they'll come up to us telling us what they've heard about the product first, and then asking us for their opinion on what they've heard, for an opinion on what they've heard, and just based off of the information we can provide them, how we can make them secure in their decision. So, long story short, that's a long way of saying, yes, I do think that the stigma affects how willing people are and to look into this as a viable option for medicine. But I feel like that's kind of ingrained just in our society. I mean, say, for example, right, like technically marijuana is on a federal level is considered an F1 drug still, and this is something that it's been on that list with way harsher and more severe products since like the 30s and the 40s. You can look back to the Harry Anslinger administration and really learn a lot more about how long this product has been on that list. But I think there's just a natural stigma that comes with it. Everybody's kind of been labeled as like a pothead or lazy or some of these other ridiculous things if you use this product. But we like to go directly at it and use a lot of use cases. Say, for example, from our customers, of people that use these products on day-to-day basis that are large contributors to society. And there's so many people that are, I'll call it, closeted users. There's a lot of people that don't want to be seen walking in a dispensary for a lot of the stigmatized reasons that you just brought up. But like the discreetness of being able to consume and order these products and get these products in a very private way. So it's really just all window dressing. At the end of the day, a lot of people are finding value in it. There's obviously some people that may not, and for those that it's not for. But I think we should do a better job just as a collective, as a society, in encouraging and uplifting the people that are finding positive uses in this, because it is something that's viable. We can't ignore it anymore. But yeah.
That's dope. I had another question in there from Bucha D Creates. He says, can you talk about how you've battled changing legislation?
Yeah.
And how that has affected you mentally.
Man. Oh man, it's been peaks and valleys, but one thing, obviously we know we knew what kind of environment we were in pursuing this. Obviously, and one thing, and I have to give Georgia credit for it. They're doing a lot of work to continue to push cannabis legislation forward. It has been a little slow since I've been down here alone since 2016 and seeing some of it. But yeah, there's so much that you have to be aware of when running a business like this. You obviously have to be aware of a lot of local laws, local and state laws, and how those may change from county to county, jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and making sure that you're abiding by all of those. And then, another double side of it is, like, say, for example, all of our retailers as well. All of their products are backed by COAs, which are basically certificates of authenticity. But it's on our job, obviously, when we're working with these retailers, to make sure that they're abiding by those same standards as well, and making sure that they're selling products that are legal under the Farm Bill passed in 2018. And then from another side of things, if you want to talk about the restrictions and marketing and everything like that, it's a lot that we have to be aware of. We haven't had the benefit of traditional forms of advertising that others may have, which honestly I actually kind of like, because it forces us to get out in the field more, and we do a lot of things, like we'll do paint and smoke collaborations with different brands. We collaborate with yoga classes, and different things in the health and wellness space on that side of things. And even on a more recreational side and just chill side of things, we partner with like Atlanta United supporter groups too, and do different things. So you have to be very untraditional in how we market and how we try to get this message out to people, just to let them know that there's another way to be able to get access to these products. So we leverage a lot of like guerrilla marketing through our mascot, Bud, who people love. And we have restrictions when it comes to Facebook advertising, even on platforms like Meta, platforms like Instagram. I don't know why Meta, nobody calls it Meta, but on Instagram and other platforms, we have to be wary about how we post content, making sure that we're not doing it in a way that's encouraging a sale or different things. So we have to be like very nitpicky when it comes to copywriting and the kind of imagery we're using and things like that. And the same thing when we're placing signage out in the field as well. We have to be aware of what we're around, obviously making sure that we're a certain distance from schools and churches and things like that as well. So yeah, there's a lot of landmines, and then even from a more corporate side of things as well too. Banking in this industry is severely, very, very severely limited. So we've had to go through a lot just to find proper banking, brands and banks that understand that we're an ancillary business, so we don't own any products. And then lastly, like even when it comes to things like payment processing, we typically pay a higher percent in payment processing compared to other retailers or say, for example, platforms like ourselves, just because of the nature of business. So those are some of the things, and to answer your question, Andy, for my mental health, it's up and down, you know.
I see. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So that's even a lot for your mental. You know what I'm saying? That you have to deal with. These are things that people probably not even thinking about. When they're thinking about starting businesses like this, I hear people all the time, oh yeah, we should open up a dispensary or we should do this, and it's like, you don't know, everything that it takes to do this.
Yeah, it's a landmine. Field of landmines, right?
So, with your specific app, tell us about just the journey creating the app and how you dealt with that mentally, because we all know it's not easy. It's not easy to build an app.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, it's been a journey. I've had the fortune of being able to be surrounded by, as well as learn from some really great people, personal mentors, and even company mentors and advisors that have succeeded already in the mobility space in different companies, whether it's one of our biggest competitors on the West Coast, Ease, formerly, or even some big players in the food delivery space like DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber. People that are able to that have tested things that we've tested on a way larger scale with larger budgets, so we're able to learn from a lot of those things, and make sure that we don't make some of those same mistakes. We leverage a lot of feedback that we get from our users on how we can just make their experience better as well. There's been my other two co-founders, they're way more technical when it comes to like development, front end, back end stuff than I am. I'm really more of just like the numbers and marketing guy. But yeah, we've had to go through a lot, man. I mean, we've scrapped the first version of the application that we actually released wasn't even a mobile app. We started with a web-based e-commerce site. And we ran a beta with our first, we found one dispensary down here that was located in the Beacon, Black-owned, that took a chance on us to be able to run a beta with us. We ran a beta for them for about 3 months long, generated a few thousand in sales for them. They were extremely happy as a proof of concept. And then we took that, obviously being a startup, fundraising as well is another side of things we've had to like grapple with throughout this whole entire time. Fundraising in a space and in a state where that space hasn't really taken off yet, can be a little bit, it's trials and tribulations with that. But we've been able to find some really great angel investors that have been able to back us up to this point and have allowed us to be able to bring this product to people and be able to impact the people in the way that we have. So it's been it's been tricky, even when it comes to things like dealing with the app store as well. We obviously have to be very, very specific and very careful with how we push updates on it, like how we push updates physically in the app and the screens that we have in the app, the copy that'll be displayed in the app store as well.
Have you guys ever, maybe created a page on the app or anything, and you guys have gotten flagged? And maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about what happens. Tell us about your mental when that happens.
Oh man, frustration. Because it's frustration because there's obviously a lot of work on the product and engineering side that gets done to produce these things that we then submit to Apple. So it's like when we get a submission denied, because there's, say for example, something that we have to change, that can be a bit frustrating because that throws off timelines that we may have for certain things. Like maybe there's a certain feature that we're pushing with this update that we wanted to release by a certain date, and maybe we have promotion as well running behind that for our users. Well, we call all of our users buds, for our buds, and then that can just throw some things off there. So we'll have to adjust, or obviously have to allocate more resources when it comes to the development team being able to tweak that, and then lastly, every update that's made to the app, from something as simple as adding one word like checkout, or building a whole new homepage. All this stuff obviously has to be QA tested, so quality assurance tested, just to make sure that it's not going to be buggy or a bad experience for the user once they get it in their hands. So yeah, when those get denied, man, it's a little stressful because it's like, okay, we kind of have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, and then that delays the experience that we're trying to bring to our buds, which is a little frustrating. But we have a really great support group of buds and all of our supporters, so they're typically never too well. I mean, they don't know it, but I don't think they're really that stressed about it. But it's stressful from internally from the team side of things because it throws off timelines. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
So as far as, so you have technical, you guys have an app as well as the products and things like that you have to manage as well.
Yes.
So
yes.
Tell us a little bit about some trials and tribulations of dealing with some of the products.
Yeah. So man, there's a lot of vetting that we go through internally with store partners before we accept them on the platform.
Well, first, let's tell the people what types of products you have.
Oh yeah. So okay, category wise, we have traditionally everything that you'll walk in your favorite dispensary here in Atlanta and see. I mean, we have flour in the form of like just being able to buy traditional flour. Maybe that's whether it's in a pre-roll form, eighth, whatever it may be, going larger. We have edibles, so like edibles in tons of different forms, whether you're talking about like confectionate candies or cookies. Maybe you're talking about brownies, or something like. Edibles are still considered like consumables as far as beverages too. So, like energy drinks, lemonades, waters, different things that you consume on the beverage side as well. And then if we're talking about topicals, we're talking about salves, creams, bath bombs. Like I talked about a little bit earlier, even when it goes to the beauty care side of things, like face masks, toners, and other things like that as well. Like soothe bars, for my people that use soothe bars and the African cloths, soothe bars, pet products like I talked about earlier. Like
you guys have everything. This is everything.
Everything.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I mean, like, I can imagine what that does for a customer mentally, that, you know, I don't have to call the plug, you know what I'm saying? and I have to wait on him. And, you know, we know how delivery men can be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes they might not even show up, and it's like,
yep.
You know, so that's dope. I can imagine, you know, that takes some stress off the customer's shoulders, because, you know, they can just go right to the app and have it brung to them.
Yes.
Amazing. So let me go into the chat. I believe I saw a couple of other questions. If anybody, we have about 13 minutes left, guys. If anybody has any questions for Matthew of Canago, feel free to raise your hand. I will bring you up on stage. Come get some loves on stage. Let me go through this chat and make sure I got all of the questions. 1 second.
Yeah.
Plants really are our friends.
They are.
Yes, they are.
This is just my own personal belief, but I feel like plants and rice can bring the whole world together.
I'm Haitian, so, you know, all we know is rice.
I feel like no matter where you go in the world, every region has their own, like, if it's not one special rice dish, there's a bevy of them. But I feel like plants and rice can bring the world together, can unite. Like, we can all unite behind that.
Yes, okay, so I'm bringing up Booch and Queen Mo to the stage. Y'all got some questions for Matthew. Booch, go ahead.
Hi guys, I'm Booch with D Creates. Thank you for inviting me. I had a few questions in the chat, just because as I wrote, I live in out on the West Coast, very cannabis legal state, and then moved to the East Coast and was like, it says it's legal here, but it's not. So I was kind of wondering, for your employees and the things that you have at your company, how do you train them, and what exactly would you say is your best-selling product?
Yeah. So to answer your first question, first off, thank you for the question. We're glad to have you here. And also welcome to the East Coast. So first, to answer your question, how we train them, it really just depends on what part of the company that they're in. There's some cross-section between different things. But obviously, like, say, for example, somebody on the product side that's a product designer goes through a completely different experience than somebody that, say, for example, maybe a marketing intern on the marketing side of things, or a back-end dev engineer on the engineering team. A lot of what their training typically consists of is really just trying to get people to understand what we're fighting for here. And one of the main things that really is that, you know, average ordinary people use an extraordinary product that's natural, and we're really just trying to evangelize for those people. So there's people in our company that consume, there's people in our company that don't, but one thing we really want to rally everybody around is the idea that this is medicine, that there are people out here in the world that find and that get great use out of this medicine. So it's our job to do the best that we can to give them access to it, information to make their own conscious decision concerning it, consumption, and everything around that. And some of our best-selling products, I would typically say, is our THCA flower. We have a couple. We work with a bunch of local retailers. We also have a couple MSO or multi-state operator partners. These are brands that come from or that originate in other states and traditionally neighboring states that have a foothold here in Georgia. But the THCA flower people love from a couple of our different brands. Gummies are another really, really, really high seller just because I think there's not a lot of mess associated with it. People can consume them quickly. And we have people that, like, say, for example, may buy a 50 pack of gummies. We have some people that may buy 10 packs of gummies and everything in between. But a lot of people love the gummies. I see a lot of order flow come through for the gummies and the traditional flower in itself.
Okay.
Thank you. That really was good. I was a former bud tender myself, so a big thing they really pushed was learning, you know, the different effects, terpenes, that type of thing, but also the history. I had no idea that, you know, the start of cannabis was with indigenous communities, and then, you know, was persuading people to not use it. So yeah, thank you so much for explaining that.
Oh, no problem. And to take it further, like you said, the educational aspect is a huge part of it. We really try to get people to see and feel comfortable with the presence, like you talked about, terpenes in their everyday life. That we kind of try to humanize the product in that way, right? So if people understood that some of the terpenes that are in your cannabis that you have are in the trees that give you fresh oxygen every day, they're in your shampoo that you wash your hair with, they're in the orange peel or the peels of some of your favorite citrus fruits and things like that as well. I feel like it kind of humanizes the product in a way that can get it kind of to, I forget the gentleman's name that asked the question earlier, but to his point, it kind of cracked through that stigma a little bit. So, I mean, you hit it on the nail.
Awesome. Queen Mo, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Fanbase, for hosting these wonderful rooms, and thank you. This was definitely a conversation that needs to be had. You know, I'm one who dealt with anxiety, so I find the health benefits from it. So, you know, fighting through the stigma is definitely worth fighting for, because it's what could help on a day basis. But again, like, thank you for just having this room, and thank you for sharing your thoughts and your journey, and keep fighting for legislation for, you know, this healing property.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, thank you. I mean, I'm glad to be here. I'm really I love just having conversation. I feel like that's also a common component of this product that we're talking about here, you know, as well. So, but it's just always good to bring people together that unite around a common goal and a common idea that this is medicine, that people get use from it out here in the world, and we just want to try to do our part to make sure that we bridge that gap for people, you know. So yeah, you know, like I'm super glad and appreciative that you guys have had me here. I've really loved lending my perspective to you guys as well. And yeah, you know, I love you. I love the buds, you know. So
I love that you call your community the buds too. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. We got one last question. Happy I'm Nappy says, did you receive any pushback from other traditional brick and mortar dispensaries or the medical community? That's a great question.
Oh, that is a great question. So I'll answer the first part of it first, and then I'll take the second side of it. As far as did we get pushback from local retailers, though we haven't. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and tell you guys every dispensary that we've approached has agreed to partner with us. That's not true. But we've never got pushback as far as like platforms not seeing the value in it. Because, say, for example, right, the industry is very outdated. Just when you look at the access to hemp versus the access to tons of other products, consumer products and medicine as a whole. I mean, even when it comes to medicine, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the brand Capsule, but they literally I mean, they have physical brick and mortar dispensaries, well, shops in different cities, but a big part of their play is delivering medicine. Probably see. And so we're trying to create a space for that as well, to give people where they can feel welcome. So we haven't really gotten pushback from local shops on this, because prior to us, their only way that people could get some of their favorite products from their favorite shops was just either going in store. And for those that live in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure you guys all know how horrible this traffic is. So that's not always viable. And then outside of that, if it's not going in the shop, people have to resort to next day delivery, which can cost upwards of like $25 to $30. Or if you just get standard parcel shipping, that's multiple days. So a lot of people just felt really happy that they could give their loyal customer groups a way to be able to shop their brand in a different way. And a lot of them also don't have pre-existing e-commerces or really strong e-commerces. So a lot of them see our app as a way to give them that digital representation in a more updated, modernized way. And you can get everything delivered to your home now, whether you're talking about a couch, a burger, a bike, a car. You can even order homes off of, like, the little builder homes off of Home Depot, but you can't get access to this product yet. So we saw that as a really, really big issue. And then to answer the second part of your question, and if we've gotten pushback from the medicinal community, no, we actually haven't. They've actually been very welcoming of us. We've had a lot of conversations with people over the years since we've been down here. Mm-hmm. Some that hold a lot more power than others, and a lot of people really just wanted to hear why we decided to try to make a way in this space in Georgia. And a lot of people wanted to hear our perspective as well, like similar to some of the, like, what were some of the pitfalls, some of the things that we ran into. So hopefully going forward for other cannabis brands that come and emerge, it can be a bit easier for them to get access to certain things, or for them to be included in the conversation for what this landscape, of cannabis looks like here in Georgia. So no, we haven't gotten any negative reception from either side, honestly. The legislative side has just been more inquisitive as far as, like, asking us questions about what our experience has been like, and making sure that we feel supported in what we're doing in different capacities. And then from the small business and retailer side, a lot of them were just excited that there's finally an addition to their business model that they haven't had before in delivery. So yeah, that's been a little bit of what experience has been like from both sides.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much, Matthew. So we're gonna wrap it up now. It's about an hour long. I know you're a busy man. And I just want to say thank you. This conversation was so informational. Just learned a lot. Very insightful. And like your app, it was just a genius idea. I'm a fan of innovation, and that was just genius. And then the fact that you partner up with, yoga classes and different health and wellness, partners, that's amazing. So congrats to you. And once again, thank you for giving the people all this game, with the CBDs, so.
For sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So that was our time, everybody. So thank you for joining today's audio room with Matthew of Canago. If you haven't already, click that link on the top. Visit the website, download the app, and make some orders. And hope you guys have a great Memorial weekend. And keep your mental safe this weekend. Don't be out to going all crazy. grab some CBD and chill at home. But anyway, thank you so much, Matthew. It was great speaking with you, and like I said, thank you once again.
Thank you guys, and it was a pleasure to be here and to share the experience with you all. And I hope you all have a blessed weekend, and go enjoy.
So that was that. After technical difficulties, we decided to just go regular. We are just getting ready to, go over to Fanbase. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. You were just listening to. You were just listening to. This is Fanbase. This is Fanbase. Okay, so make sure y'all download Fanbase. I'm getting ready to go over here. I'm getting ready to go over here, and you were just listening to Can It Go? You know, make sure you go follow them on Fanbase. I am getting ready to cut and edit this video, so when you re-see it, I'm gonna re-put it up. But for those who caught it live, thank you for checking out with me. I am Monica Love TV, aka Queen Mo. Friday evening hangout and chat. I just want to just really thank y'all for, tapping in with me. They've been having these mental health rooms, and, even though we had technical difficulties, we definitely, working things out. Next week we will be trying a new operating system. We will definitely be tapping into a new audio system. So, definitely stay tuned with that. Fan base link will always be definitely the fan base link will always definitely be in the chat. um I am getting ready to cut and upload and re-upload this video, but this was very informational, very helpful. Again, um be sure to follow me over here to Fan Base. We are getting ready to go over here and have game night. So, yeah, it's been a wonderful week. No matter what, never give up, never stop believing, never stop going. Um, yeah. So this was another Friday evening hangout and chat. I'm gonna remix it and put it back up. But until then, you know, it, I truly believe that this was one of the mental health weeks, that was trying, and I was not going to give up. I had a whole presentation ready, and I was supposed to start at 6 o'clock, and then I started late. And I just want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure whether we have technical difficulties or not, I'm gonna still be here. Whether we got to go live, whether we got to stream, you know, just make sure you definitely go follow me on Fanbase. You can import your TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They also are giving away. They they are what's going on. 100% of your revenue. The 100% of your revenue for the next 2 months. So, definitely tap into that. Definitely tap into that. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for rocking with me. That was Can It Go. I will be putting that information up for you guys to go follow them. But definitely check that out as well. Again, make sure you follow me and subscribe for your chance to win 1,000 loves. They also have long form video over here as well. Long form video as well. Okay, so definitely go and check that out. Okay, it definitely has that as well. And you can invest in Fanbase as well. They are in the race of raising 17 million. I am a Fanbase investor, so definitely take the chance, and definitely take the chance and tap in. Next generation of social media. So definitely check this out over here. Okay, and the different rewards levels and tiers are as follows. Okay, so this is what's going on over here. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then these are the different rewards tiers, um, and what you get on each level of investing. Um, but yeah, I'm going to remix this and get back to y'all. I will be here. Technical difficulties or not. Make sure y'all definitely go check the link and definitely go check the link in my bio. Go check my link tree out. These are the things I have on my link tree. Okay, so these are apps to make money. You need some extra coins, deals, shopping, women highlight tomorrow, Saturday. So I will be over on YouTube for Friday evening, hang out and chat. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and get up. We definitely gonna go ahead and get up on out of here because the universe must want me to just take a rest, huh? Just definitely take a rest. So with that being said, I truly believe that when it comes to trying and not giving up is very important for you guys to not give up. You know what I'm saying? Technical difficulties are not. I will be here. I will definitely be here. Technical difficulties are not YouTube. I'm here every Tuesdays and Thursdays for your energy tarot readings. And then I'm also over here Friday evening, hang out and chat. So that's you know what just how can I keep encouraging you guys, not to give up? Because baby, this week has been a real one. This week has been one of them weeks to where man, this week has been one of them weeks to where we're not gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna push forward. We're gonna do what we need to do. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. I will be cutting this up and playing it up. So when you see it pop back up, make sure you stay tuned and watch. Make sure you stay tuned and watch. Thank you so much, YouTube. Getting ready to go over to Fanbase. And I know that it ain't promise, but I know I'll keep on grinding. My dream gon' start riding. I won't stop 'cause I'm on my way. I just gotta keep on grinding. And it's gonna come with perfect timing. And in the end, I won't be shining. I won't quit 'cause I'm on my way. Yeah. And I know my day's gonna come, so watch it time. popping it out. I just keep my head on and I'm just grinding it out. I know what I'm about, but really they just finding it out. What come with the brain, the same thing gon' come with the drop. I'm playing the game, no sleeping, got me twisted and turning. I'm living, I'm learning, feel like I've been preaching the sermon. And I thank God, yeah, cause he leave me in the dark, yeah. I stay far from them, I don't know what they intentions is. I'm really trying to boss up on this move, so it take discipline. I'm being consistent this time around, that's what the difference is. You don't believe in your dream, what make you think they listen? And I know that it ain't private, but I know I keep on grinding. And my dream gon' start reminding. I won't stop cause I'm on my way. I just gotta keep on grinding. It's gonna come with perfect timing. And in the end I'm gonna be shining. It ain't too far that I'm on my way. My grandma always told me to stay prayed up. Baby, keep your praise up. They just keep them cans up. Tell me what else to say. I'm chasing something bigger than I see. They got a legacy. I'm just trying to find a new way that I could better be. Know I got that dog inside my bones. I got that pedigree. It's times where I be stressing. I'm alone, but I can't let them see. Like, I just want my mama straight. I need that Obama cake. I just gotta find a way. I don't got no time to wait. I've been balling hard. I feel like I don't got opponents. I just walk in every single room just like I own it. That's a bonus. Know that I'm the moment. They say they need the pieces to the puzzle. I'm the component. I know that it ain't perfect,